ladies and gentlemen. We're really, really sorry. On the bottom of our heart, we say we're sorry for the delay. I wouldn't waste so much of your time. I'll just introduce the man that's going to be letting you know that one of the reasons why we're here, which is the Vice President of Nido, Germany, Mr. Kenneth Alaikwe, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for coming. We're going to start with the person responsible for fighting corruption in Nigeria. He is here, and he will be here very soon. So without wasting much time, I would like to give the microphone to Mr. Ita.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I was becoming scared when I didn't have a response. Is it because I'm far off this way? When I had a note from Nido nominating me for an award, the first thing I did was to check whether we were investigating any officials of Nido. Because sometimes when you get such invitations or you're invited to some function, the first thing that comes through our mind is, what is he looking for? What's the snag? It will come clearer when you listen to me, because we've passed through so many experiences. I won't take your time because I insisted that this had to be an interactive session, not just an award session. When we're talking about corruption, I would like to situate it in an international perspective. ICPC Nigeria, which is the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offenses Commission, was a deliberate policy of the government of Nigeria to address the issue of corruption, specifically in our country. And that was in the year 2000. But for those who have followed the international trends, you would have noted that the United Nations had identified corruption as the most vicious plague that bedeviled both the rich and the poor nations. It had nothing to do with underdevelopment or development or overdevelopment. Everybody had the same issue. And so this discourse started in 2003. And at the end of the day, the United Nations Convention Against Corruption came into being. And it's generally known as UNCAC. And we would have started addressing that issue squarely. If you walk past acts of corruption, you are investing in disaster for your children. If you are female and your husband is involved in this act and you don't advise him, when he becomes a guest, after 3 months he will get used to where he is. But you, the wife, and your children will be the beneficiaries of not having him around. So we expect everybody, particularly mothers and wives, because we listen to you a lot, to be part of removing the you in corruption. Finally, if you go back to the top of the slide, what kind of person are you? Thank you very much.
Of course, His Excellency Mr. Rendap, for honoring our invitation. Mr. Shehu is gone out a little bit, but also Mr. Shehu from the Embassy of Nigeria in Berlin. And other excellencies that I will mention maybe later on. You're all welcome to this occasion. Now I would like to call on Collins Mweka for a short presentation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Anekwe. I start by properly introducing myself. Mr. Anekwe made an effort, but I think he hasn't done it very well. My name is Collins Mweke. I am currently a municipal legislator in Ostend City Council in Belgium, where I handle the portfolio of economy, international relations, social policy, and equality rights. And I also always like to add that I am on my second term, running off in 2018. In my previous life, I was the chairman of Nigerians in Diaspora Organization Europe. I served out my term in 2013, precisely in November. That is just by way of letting you know who is speaking to you. I think it's important. My task, I believe, is straightforward and simple, especially for the diaspora. But I think for some of us from home, it may not be that very simple. And so I have decided to keep away all the technicalities and actually talk to you in very plain language about the Nigerian diaspora voting rights. Now, I think it's important also to know where the rest of the world currently are on this issue of diaspora voting. Most countries, and even surprisingly, most African countries, have instituted the rights of their citizens to be able to vote in national elections from their locations abroad. These are part of the re-engagement tools that we are seeing. And I believe that the voting rights for Nigerians in diaspora will be one of such tools that will facilitate that re-engagement process. And believe you me, when we re-engage as individual Nigerian diasporas, we bring along with us our friends, other investors. And you only need to look at the current figures of how much Nigeria is deepening its access to global capital, and you will begin to have a clearer appreciation of what we, as the diaspora, mean for the economy and therefore for the growth of the country. Thank you very much for your
Calling on Sir Peter Idabo. He is Director General of National Oil Spill Detection and Response.
Security threats in Nigeria is now really the best time to invest in Nigeria. I didn't want to bother your brains with a PowerPoint because I'm going to engage you in this dialogue. We are going to discuss this topic together. I will just give a few definitions and then we shall discuss it together. First of all, security threats. We have to define what we understand by that. To make a clear common denomination of our understandings. security threats, it sounds a little confusing because threats lie as the basis of the definition of security. What do I mean by that? Security is about the management of threats, the pursuit of freedom from threats. When you talk of security, you are talking of how to free yourself from threats, from things that disturb your maybe your existence or... Now, what are threats themselves? Threats are about the possibility of harm coming to a valued reference object. A valued reference object can be an individual, can be a society, a tribe, can be a clan, it can be a religion, Islam, Christianity, it can be a folk, like in the 60s, the Biafran War, a folk was involved. A reference object that is under threat can be non-human. For example, you talk of local ecosystem, where we produce our oil, we know what's happening there. Oil spills. Local ecosystem is involved. Threat. It can be the reference object that can be put under harm by a threat. Can be a hybrid of human and non-human factors. The dangers of security in Nigeria. Therefore, investment today is not worth it in Nigeria. Who can give me a point to support this? Monica, please.
I think when you said there are dangers, I want to look at it this way. First and foremost, you have to try to, if you say there are dangers existing in Nigeria,
yes,
and which we know there are dangers, the first thing to do is to carry out a research or a look into the dangers. What are those critical areas that make investment, dangerous in Nigeria? Now, when you are able to identify the various areas of danger, then you look at the ways and manner of which each and every of these dangers will be addressed, and then Nigeria will now focus on that, taking them according to the various strategies that will be responsive to each danger.
Okay,
because
I will stop you here, madam. Your point belongs to the synthesis at the end, because you are creating a higher value already. Chief, Ilekan, sir.
Okay, you are the person that took this topic to address Nigerians, right? So, and you have enumerated most of the things that make it impossible for investors to come into Nigeria. Without wasting time enumerating them again, we have known this. Go straight to the point. What are the things that we've got to do? Because insecurity is not only the kidnapping and killing we said, lack of education you said, lack of discipline is one of those things. How do we tackle these things to make it viable for investors? Please, without killing time. That's what I want to put.
I prepared a methodology of addressing this issue. It's a discourse. I was told you can make it a discourse. We want to get out the brains here, both from Nigeria and from the diaspora.
The security challenges in Nigeria is not worth investing in, because every investor will want a turnaround, which is much more than what he has. And if you are having a situation where you send your worker and it's being beheaded, or you put a place and it's being burnt down, you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. So on that point, I support the thesis that investment in Nigeria is not worth it now.
Nevertheless, I will quickly say, out of capitalize on saying that investing in Nigeria is too risky, but then being in Nigeria just 2 months ago, and as I was right at the airport, the plane that boarded me had more Europeans than Nigerians who were going to Nigeria.
The security in Nigeria is very, very risky because of one point, for the fact we have no power supply, regular power supply. It's very risky because we cannot move.
I'm really excited by this topic because it brings out our feelings. Yes. I want to say on behalf of Nigerians and Nigeria that the insecurity is real, but it is not only peculiar to Nigeria. Even countries in Europe and in America, they have insecurity akin to what is happening in Nigeria. Yes. The fact that we are the biggest economy in Africa presupposes that investment is worth it, because investment is about the profit. The fact that our demographics, our GDP is the highest in the region, and for what somebody said, you enter a plane and went to Nigeria and you saw the whole plane is full of foreigners going to invest. We have the highest investment per capita in West Africa, not Ghana because of our population. Means that investment is about doing business. And our own doing business has come to a level where there is turnaround time, where you can access land very easily, where people from the diaspora are managing the economy and they are bringing global best practice into Nigeria. And therefore it is easy to make business and to make profit in Nigeria, irrespective of the insecurity, which has been insulated to a certain section, and government has shown responsibility and responsiveness. Thank you.
Nigeria is a place to invest in Africa, the best place. Because I want to assure the gathering and disabuse most of our colleagues and brothers in the diaspora that just about last 4 weeks, our co-investors arrived in Nigeria to invest about $3 billion. Just to show you that Nigeria is the best place to invest. We're going to establish a refinery in Jobe, in Kogi State, and one in Agay in Bayelsa State. If Nigeria is not a place to invest, these people from South Africa, South America, they will never have come to Nigeria.
Now, and when I said that, that was the topic of my speech when I gave to you sometime last year. I'm an economist. Usually, the shares, when the shares are down, that's the time you buy. Because when it goes up, then you make the profit. You don't buy when it is too high. So it is now time for anybody who feels that they can invest in Nigeria to go and invest right now, because you now definitely make it.
Thank you.
That's my own.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Every investor now is looking at Africa. When you check the map of Africa, when you draw the map of Africa, you check Nigeria is in the middle by the end of it. And Nigeria is the anchor point of investors in Nigeria. Move a lot of Germans to Germany, to Nigeria to go invest. And another problem we're having, the same investors in Nigeria, when they have a soft landing, they are enjoying themselves. When other co-investors want to come, they say, don't come to Nigeria. He will tell you, oh, there's a lion in Nigeria on top of my bed. There is a snake. But all of them, they are lying. We Nigeria, we have to build ourselves. Don't say any negative about Nigeria. Let's move. We don't have any other country. Think what you can do for Nigeria, not what Nigeria can do for you. Please, let's contribute together. We'll have one country. One Nigeria!
We are Africa's greatest. I say it because of experience. It might interest you to know that corporate America, they are buying landed properties all over Africa because the African continent is the future. If you go down to Financial Magazine, you see Mobile, all the corporate America, corporate Europe, they are now buying landed property in Nigeria, in South Africa, in Kenya, in Tanzania. And this property they are buying, they are not buying it for now, they are buying it for about 20, 25 years to come, because Africa is the continent of the future. And we are one of them, Nigeria is one of them. So investment in Nigeria is paramount to every European. So there's every day, even though we have challenges, certainly we are going to surmount those challenges. Yes. And thereafter, what happens is an investment galore. So Nigeria is a nation to be reckoned with. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I formulated the synthesis this way. The existing dangers to security must be addressed speedily to create a level playing ground for all investors in Nigeria in the long term.
The Honorable Minister, Ambassador here present, my former boss, Mr. Ekonta. My topic of speech this evening is a difficult one. My agency, which I came to in the year 2011, is the National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency. By training, I'm a hydrobiologist. My first degree was in zoology. So we do understand what happens to our environment. We are not engineers, but we are environmental or biological engineers of sorts. One of the things I want to highlight to you today is that there's a gross negative impact, very gross negative impact on the lives of our people, on the life expectancy of Nigerians. But what I see today, after 33 years in service, is that there's a lot of impunity, a lot of carelessness. Most of the international oil companies that we have operating in Nigeria, what they do in Nigeria, they cannot do it in their own countries, where they come from. They cannot do it. Because the reason being that there are no regulations.
Thank you. Our host, the Deputy Head of Mission of the Embassy of Nigeria here in Germany, Mr. Rabiu Shehu, and our other host, who is the President of NIDO, the Chairman of ICPC, the Consul General of the Consulate of Nigeria in the New York, Ambassador Habibu Abu, our brother, the former Nigerian Ambassador to Germany, Ambassador Rindam, the Chairman ICPC, my brother Eponita, the Executive Secretary of FCDA, other Chief Executives that are here present, distinguished members of this very noble organization, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen. I'm highly delighted to be here with you this evening, and I would want to say that on behalf of the government and people of Nigeria, we are very, very proud of you. My own presentation. This is not limited, this is only limited to the areas of investment that we can easily bring to bear on this kind of audience. The introduction shows a fact sheet of FCT with the details of what we are, a location that is beautiful, central with 6 area councils, a satellite structure that is being operated constitutionally, and of course we have a total area of 8,000 square kilometers with an embedded federal capital city of 250 square kilometers. Today our population is nearly 5 million. On the very high literacy level, you can see the geographic features, which is lush vegetation, very nice, environmental, free from what the DG is talking about. Our natural resources are there, and then of course, the weather. Next. Abuja was created, as you all know, by a decree in 1976, because of the centrality, friendly climate, adequate land, and easy accessibility from all parts of the country. Next. The city is guided by a master plan, and it has land users. It is just like any other city in the world, like Berlin, like London, because it's a new city. We leverage on the experiences of other cities. We are not reinventing the wheel. And you can see it is something that is well structured, with a very sound legal framework and institutional framework, and that's why we have low crime. You can see the buildings there, just something akin to what we find globally. Next. The 1999 Constitution provides that Abuja should be seen like a state, and it is like the 37 states of Nigeria. For those who don't know, Nigeria has 36 states, and Abuja been taken as a state, and it has been overseen by His Excellency Mr. President, who delegated that power to the minister of his appointment, of his choice, to carry those delegated responsibilities. These are the mission and the mandate to be one of the best cities by the year 2020. And of course, we have to provide infrastructure and services with a sound administrative framework to deliver that. And within that, it has been cascaded to the mandates that we have in about 5 areas. That is infrastructure, provision of services, reduction of poverty, and then provision of safe and secure environment.
I have much to say, but very little will I say now because there is no much time. But I want to tell the nido in Germany that His Excellency President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan is doing a lot in the country. And I want to emphasize on the MDG goal of women empowerment. Nigeria has taken a great lead in terms of women empowerment. The President, Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, has purposely empowered women within his administration. The MDG goal of 35% affirmative action is realized in Nigeria. The President appointed almost 13 female ministers to make up 33.5% in the federal cabinet. The President, Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria did not just appoint women in less privileged positions. We have women in Nigeria manning the finance ministry. We have women taking care of the petroleum ministry. We have women just concluded work on housing, and a lot of women doing a lot of things in Nigeria. And so, if you want to take one of the MDG goals, I want to inform you, the general public here, Nigerians in diaspora, that we are on the track. I particularly, as introduced by the MC, I'm Engineer Dr. Chief Mrs. Roslyn Adachenge. I'm from Benue State. And the history was made when His Excellency on 1st of January 2011 appointed me as the Managing Director of the River Basin in Benue State. This river basin comprises of, it takes care of 4 states, Benue, Nasarawa, Plateau, and Kogi East. Why is it a history? River basins are 12 in Nigeria, and from 1976 until January 2011, no woman had manned the position of the managing director. I want to appreciate NIDO for giving me the opportunity to be here. I'll always be here if you call me. And I want to tell you that our doors are open to all of your suggestions. As the FCT Minister have said, you're welcome back home. In the water resources, you have a lot to do.
I now call on the President of NIDO, Kenneth Bandy.
The Honorable Minister, Federal Capital Treasury, His Excellencies here present, the Honorable Award recipients of NIDO Awards 2014, distinguished NIDO members, both NIDO Germany and NIDO Europe, fellow Nigerians. It's a privilege, it's an honor to put on a green, white, green. I want to take a quote from the Minister of Australia. I can understand when I have to give so much effort to convince non-Nigerians that Nigeria is one of the best countries in the world, but I have little patience for my fellow Nigerians who don't say anything good about Nigeria. And I say, please, if you have problem with green, white, green, and if you have problem with nationality Nigeria, please change your country of birth. It's a privilege, like I said, an honor to welcome you to the second NIDO Leadership Award. NIDO is made up of Nigerian residents in Germany from varieties of professional backgrounds. The members of NIDO are practicing professionals with years of experience in various fields of profession. NIDO Germany objectives could be summarized as follows. 1. Present our nation and people as honest and dependable people. Promote business, trade and investment opportunities. Provide a professional resource pool from where German and Nigerian interests can be managed in a secured, respectful, and fair manner. In line with our motto in pursuit of national development, Nigerians in diaspora organization NIDO Germany, in partnership with RBG Paula's and Heritage Media Network Germany, are glad to honor Nigerians who have shown remarkable leadership qualities in their various areas of service. None of the efforts of Nigerians in diaspora will touch ground if the leaders like you, Honorable Minister, and respectable ambassadors and dignitaries, do not make our great homeland conducive for us of our efforts. Therefore, we are honored and deeply privileged to say thank you for all your efforts. We are very conscious that our dear country, Nigeria, is going through a very, very difficult time. Boko Haram, Ebola, corruption, and the more the reason why we should search, identify, and honor individuals that stood their grounds to make difference in pursuit of national development in their area of jurisdiction in spite of these daunting challenges. We are also very much aware that acknowledgement and the reward of excellence of service is a key to breeding heroes and more heroes of our dear country, Nigeria. This year, award recipients were selected as usual under thorough scrutiny by the members of the NIDO Award Committee, led by my Honorable Vice President Kenneth Alekwe. I can pronounce your name very well, eh? Award anywhere in the world normally generates a great deal of excitement, interest, and also controversy. We do not expect this to be different. NIDO Germany has resolved, in spite of that, of our financial limitation, to honor annually some distinguished Nigerians and their friends, both at home and abroad, who stood out in their various areas of endeavors. On behalf of my executive, Rosalind, Secretary General, Kenneth Alekwe, Vice President, Mr. Adams, the Project Manager, Ediduru, the Assistant Secretary General, Zainab Mohammed, who is our Treasurer, currently in Nigeria, and Kevin Oguru was our technical man. On behalf of my executive again, and Heritage Media Network and Paula, I wish to congratulate the award recipients and to challenge them to see this award as a further call to service and further call to duty, and to remain steadfast in pursuit of national development in spite of the daunting challenges of our country, and be a proud for all the millions of Nigeria and black people worldwide who identified with our nation, Nigeria. We thank Liberal Mobile and the institutions that made this town hall meeting and award logistic possible, and I pray that you will come back safely to Nigeria to carry our message of the diaspora back home. Long live NIDO Germany, long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria, long live the Federal Republic of Germany. Thank you so much.
To offer you a certificate of recognition. What is it about?
I'm overwhelmed.
You're welcome. So it's not the end. We're not giving you the award that you go to bed. We're giving you the award that you do some more work.
More services. I will. I will. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It is my pleasure as the Secretary of NIDO Germany to offer you this certificate of recognition, sir. Please accept it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Bani. Please receive your award. On behalf of NIDO Germany, please accept this certificate of recognition.
With all humility.
Thank you, sir. This token recognition, and keep doing the best things you do.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Mr. Ambassador.
To Senator Bala Abdul Kadir Mohammed, CON. Thank you.
I join you to do that.
Sir, what do you think about the occasion here today? I think I'm so happy to be here, to be invited. I think this is the second time or third time or fourth time since I left Germany that I've been invited to Nigerian events. And this one is very, very well organized. And the contributors have been able to, frankly, written and told us what they are doing at home. And I think it has informed us, those of us who have not seen such people. The minister himself, what he said today about Abuja, I think he has given us a lot of insight that despite the problem in Nigeria, Nigeria is an area for a destination for investment.
To be candid, is for me it is a very good forum that brought diasporans, particularly in Europe, attending in great numbers to discuss issues that concerns them and concerns our country, Nigeria, which is very, very encouraging. And more encouraging is to see the policymakers themselves, the leaders of Nigeria, who are holding some key positions and also able to bring some light to share, give vital information that are very, essential for the diasporans to know. Because when you are here, sometimes there is a disconnect between diasporans and what is really happening back home. And now having these leaders to come and interact with the diasporans and to dialogue and to hear from them and to have information, which is also very important for them to key back or to key in what is happening. For me, it was very encouraging and I really enjoyed it. I'm happy that the current leader is continuing the tradition we laid down, this tradition of having business and award meeting to encourage the people who are in Nigeria working hard to move the country forward. It's not everybody is working hard, but we must know that not every civil servant or politician is corrupt in Nigeria. So we try hard to pick a few whose
report card talks well of their efforts on the ground.
Of course, they informed us to come and display a little cultural music for the occasion. So it was a kind of a sudden arrangement. So I told my people, they said, we are ready. We are many,
you
not
people are equal to the stacks, because the way you're looking right now, I'm excited.
So we just said, let's just come and show up.